Hello, and welcome to a broadcast produced by the Friends of Terry Virgil. I'm Terry Virgil, your host, and yes, I do approve of this program. And the title of the episode is "Feminism is defined as sexual immorality, lesbian, LGBT." And let's get into a little bit of our what we're talking about here, and let's talk about a few things that come from Scripture, by the way. And those who do not like the idea that us Christians are against sin, yes, we would love to refrain from sin if we can, and we love God, and God does give us a few things to think about here and to do your research. Colossians 3 Verse 5, put to death, therefore, what belongs in your earthly nature, sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desire, and greed, which is idolatry. That says it all in a nutshell. That's what you should do as a Christian. Here's what Christ had to say in Mark 7 verse 21 about this very same subject. For it is within, out of a person's heart, that evil thoughts comes, sexual immorality, thief, murder. And that's what Christ calls it, the same thing. He calls it as a thief and a murderer. So we could go even farther. But among you there must not be a hint of sexual immorality, or any kind of impurity, or of greed, because these are improper for God's holy people. Okay, we answered a few things right there, and we said a few things right there that is very much what we needed to bring about. And we need to bring about the idea of feminism is defined as sexual immorality, which is truth. You take a look at every woman that believes in feminism. Every woman that believes in feminism believes in being a person of let's see, where were we? A woman is to be sexually pure. She is not to have sex with another woman. Every woman that is a feminist is a lesbian, or or should be considered as one. Every woman that believes in the idea that that as a feminist should be treated as one, because look at it this way. You look at their hairstyle, it's short, it's buzzed, it looks like crew cut. It looks like the same thing as a man does. I've said this in other episodes too. And it's not it's not even attractive at all. Matter of fact, I think it looks really pathetic and really bad, and everything else. A woman should look like a woman and be a woman. You take a look at Hillary Clinton. She talks about feminism. She is a feminist, by the way. Yes, in some cases you could consider her hair. No, her hair is short and is unattractive. And she talks about freedom and being, no, not freedom and liberty, but she believes in equality. Lesbianism is not equality. It's about this one thing called me. I'm better than you. And everything else in that nature. We even talked about one thing here and put it in the plain view, and plain point of view, actually, that because of these, in Ephesians 5:3, and it says it this way, because of these are important for God's holy people. It does not say that it's good for holy people such as ministers, priests, popes, cardinals, bishops, and all those type of people to speak about. It's okay to be a feminist? No, it's not. Matter of fact, God forbids it. He forbids the teaching of impurities and things like that. God tells us to be pure in heart and pure and have a holy heart as He would have it. We could also see that there are other things that we could talk about here, especially now. Let's go to the secular world. The secular world point of view here. They believe that feminism is good. And it's okay to be a LGBT person. And it's okay to be a person of bad let's say a person of bad nature. The LGBT people claim that you got to be equal and have equality, and they have every right to be who they are. And I apologize to everybody out there for the interference out there, but there was just so much that was going on that when you got something bleeding into your system, you got to sit there and try and scramble it out. That's why I was doing a lot of stuttering and trying to figure out what's going on here at the same time. Now, we talk about feminism. We talk about how bad it is. We define it as sexual immorality. Women that want to have sex with another woman. God forbids it. We've mentioned it. We mentioned it several times. We talk about it all the time. And here's one thing that we should talk about. If you want to be a leader, you should refrain from teaching it is okay to have sexual immorality, such as being a lesbian or LGBT or any kind of homosexuality that there is. Let me tell you a little bit of a story, and this is a true story. And for some reason, I do not understand why I was targeted for it. But let's put it this way. The feminists targeted me back in the 60s and 70s over one issue. And here's the issue. I was not in compliance with the idea of having sexual relationships with someone of the same, or saying it's okay. Matter of fact, I said it was wrong to be feminist, and they jumped all over me on that one when I was a kid. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget exactly what they said and what they did, and I'm not going to repeat it. But the other thing is, I held to the truth back then, and held very deeply. Those feminists that believe that it's okay for a man to wear women's clothing, we read to you from Deuteronomy 22:5. It's wrong. It's even wrong for a woman to wear men's clothing, according to what's in Deuteronomy 22:5. Feminism is unholy, and it is, according to God, an abomination. Feminism is what will destroy a government faster and will destroy a family faster than we could blink an eye. That's how bad feminism is. Those who wish to display a feministic idea on their Facebook pages, yes, I see you all the time. Especially when you display that evil, ugly, stupid-looking rainbow flag and have it shadowed on. You people are liberals. You people are, believe it or not, are not very good leaders. You would never make a good leader. You never make one as a leader that would defend morality. You rather go against the moral ways of God and you'd rather have an impure heart. You'd rather have the lust. You'd rather be thieves and murderers. That's what feminism brings about. And if you like the idea of being a feminist, that's your choice. That's your choice to be disobedient. That's your choice to be a person of ungodliness. You don't believe? That's fine. It's up to you. But here's one thing. I'm going to defend the people of God. And I'm going to defend what the scriptures say. It won't matter. Because I've done my research. And I've checked this out. There is no site, and that's a CIT site, that says that we have to be feminist. And we have to be either, and we have the right to choose our gender after we're born. There is no site that says that. There is no place in the scriptures that say that. You're born either a man or a woman, and that's your choice. That's what sexual immorals bring about. It brings about the evilness. It brings about idolatry. Idolatry is the worship of yourself or another object other than God. That's what idolatry means. Christ said it best himself. And people wonder, well, was Christ against homosexuality? Yes, he was. Was he against being a lesbian? Yes, he was. Was he against LGBTs? Yes, he was, and he still is. So sexual immorals is defined as feminism. It's the best answer I could give you. Because I'm going to say this much. The feminists that got on me a little bit said, I should try it. I should try doing what we described today. Being a woman. I'll tell you the truth. I'm a man. I'm not going to be a woman. Never did back then. Wasn't even tempted. So I look at evil as this. Being a feminist. Hillary Clinton spreads the word that, yes, you got to be equal and have equality. You have got to have the right for a woman to pee in the men's bathroom. That's what Hillary Clinton says. I'm going to say it this much. Women, you have your own bathrooms. Go in there and pee. Men, you pee in the men's bathroom and that's it. You shut up and that's it. Don't be an idiot to go in there just to look at a woman peeing. I guarantee you one thing. I won't do it. And neither should you. It's wrong. Absolutely wrong. That's why we have this definition here. Matter of fact, I got this definition from the definition of a feminist. So these words did come from your own dictionary definition. I looked it up in about 5 or 6 dictionary definitions, and this is exactly what I found. I found everything that I've been describing so far as feminist, and how to be a feminist, and what it means to be immoral. Matter of fact, the first words that come from feminist is immoral, sexual immoral. That's your first 2 words. Why did I bring it up now? Because you have to do it in a pretty decent order. Feminism is also Marxism. Marxism talks about these things. Talks about Karl Marx didn't say it's bad. He said it brings about equality. Equality to be equal. The exact same words that Hillary Clinton uses today. We know that Marx hated freedom and hated liberty. He hates society. He hates everything that belongs